Hey everybody, welcome back to an exciting episode of Foal Watch 2020. I'm Sherry Shavinsky with the Maury County Extension Office. Thanks for tuning in today. We sure appreciate that you're here. So time is really getting close for us with Wow. We are now on day number 329 in her countdown to the delivery of her foal. I have her pegged at delivering on approximately day number 337, which is May 27th. So we just have barely over a week to go. Wow's a really strong, healthy mare. She's a very stout mare. So we don't anticipate any problems with her delivering this foal. This is her second foal. She's had time off between foal number 1 and foal number 2, so she's had a chance to recover well and just be in really good shape. So she took to it her very first time. Everything just went like clockwork, so let's hope that it does so again this time. So what are the signs of foaling? When do we know that she's really getting close and ready to deliver that foal? Remember in the last video we did talk a little bit about colostrum. Well, the colostrum that sets on the mare's teats is known as waxing, and she can set those little beads of waxing on those teats anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks prior to foaling, or maybe just a few days before. Once that colostrum falls from the teats and is completely gone, then she will start to drip milk. When she starts to drip that milk, that's when we know we're starting to get really, really close, okay? And the faster that milk starts to drip, the closer we are getting to that foaling stage. We will also notice differences in her vulva. It will lengthen even more, it will swell more, and it's her body just getting ready to have that foal. For things to widen up so that there's room for that big foal, because we said it probably is going to weigh about 100 pounds. So it's not easy to have a foal that big. So everything's got to kind of loosen up and get ready to have it. Okay, so there's several stages of labor that she is going to go through while having that foal. How many stages do you think there are? Do you think maybe there's 4 or 5 or 3? Well, if you said 3, you would be right. So we know there's 3 stages of labor. So what's the first stage? Well, this stage can last from anywhere from 4 to 24 hours. Okay, and the mare is going to be feeling a lot of contractions at this point. Those contractions are what is going to help shift that foal into position. The foal is currently on its back, but during this stage, these contractions are going to help rotate that foal around so that his head and legs are extended into the birth canal. The mare can be active or agitated during this time. She may kick at her abdomen, she may be sweating and just feeling very uncomfortable. Okay, so if we can catch her in this stage, we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap her tail. And we're going to wrap it up so that it's out of the way and we can keep it clean when she births the foal. And we're also going to do a few other things to prepare her. We're going to wash her backside so that that's all nice and clean when that foal gets ready to be born. When her water breaks, that's a big gush of fluid that comes, that's going to mark the end of the first stage of labor, okay? She's going to go into the second stage then at that point, and this is the really exciting stage where we're going to see our foal here just pretty darn quick. Okay, she should foal within about 30 minutes, okay, but it can range anywhere from 10 to 60 minutes during that stage of labor. Now, I estimate, Wow kind of surprised us a little bit last time. We were ready, we were all prepared. We walked away from the barn for a few minutes. We thought we had enough time, and we came back, and holy cow, she had that foal already. It just, boom, came that fast. So a lot of mares are that way. Once that foal is ready to come, boy, there's no stopping. It's here. So it can take just a matter of 15-20 minutes, and that foal is here. Okay. While she's giving birth to that foal, She may lay down on her side. Most mares usually do, but some may stand up when they deliver. So if she does do that, that's where it's important for you to be close at hand so that you can catch that foal before it hits the ground. Okay? The normal presentation of the foal is going to be one in which the foal presents in an upright position. So remember, the foal has changed its position, and now it has its head tucked between its forelegs, and the pads of its hooves are going to be pointing down. So when we are watching that foal being born, we want to be able to see those front hooves coming first. If we see back hooves instead, we have a problem. We need to be prepared to help that mare. We need to get our vet called ASAP, okay? Once if the foal is presented correctly and it comes out nice and easy on its own, the back legs of the foal are going to still remain in the mare for just a little while, okay? That foal's going to be in what we call a resting period at that point. He's just going to lay there with his legs there. He's still getting blood from the mare, from the placenta, to help him give that extra boost so he's ready to really come into the world and be active, okay? One of the things that we're going to do is we're going to allow the umbilical cord to break on its own. We don't want to interfere with that. Nature needs to take its course and handle that stage of the delivery, okay? Once that umbilical cord, though, does separate, we can do this within a matter of hours or 24 hours. We're going to put some iodine on that umbilical stump, so that way we can prevent neonatal sepsis, which is a blood infection. We don't want that to happen to our newborn foal. All right? So then the foal is born. Everything looks good there. The mare is actually going into stage 3 of labor, and that's where she's going to expel the placenta. That's the big sac that was around the foal during all those months of her pregnancy. We want to make sure that she expels that placenta within 1 to 2 hours, hopefully 3 hours at most. If it's getting to be 5 hours, we need to call the vet because there's something wrong. We don't want to go in there and try to do that ourselves because we can tear her and cause a lot of problems. So we need to have medical professional help right there. All right. Hopefully all of that comes out just good. She cleans out good, and our foal's doing good. And hopefully after that delivery, that foal is going to try to stand up within an hour. And that's a really exciting time to see. And hopefully we're going to be able to catch that on video for you so you can see that. If that foal stands up within in an hour, we know everything's good. The foal looks good. Awesome. But if it takes longer than that, if that foal is pushing like 2 hours and it's still not standing on its own, then again, we need to call the vet because something's not right. Okay? So there's a lot to pay attention to through this, but for most part, we're going to stand back and we're just going to let her deliver that foal. We're not going to interfere. We're going to try to kind of stay out of sight because a lot of mares just don't like to have an audience. But we'll be there in case she needs help. All right, so we went ahead and weighed and measured Wow prior to our shoot here today. And what we found was that, wow, the numbers hadn't really changed at all, had they? We're still the same. 95 inches, and she still came in at 1,436 pounds. So she's doing good. She's holding steady. We're not losing. We're not gaining at this point. So we're doing all right. I'm pleased with that. So Hannah's going to take just a quick walk around on Wow so you can see how big she's become. It's kind of hard here when you're up so close. On film it doesn't show as well. But that belly's just pretty good sized. Now Hannah, do you want me to move her? Or?
No, you're good.
Okay. All right, so she is carrying a lot of extra weight. She does get tired easily. She shifts her weight from one leg to the other a lot. So she's definitely ready to have this foal. So again, thanks for tuning in with us today. Hopefully maybe the next video will have a foal to show you. So we'll see. Again, thanks for coming along on this journey with us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.